Hey guys, welcome back to Wild Arms. It's been a while, but I'm finally back. Where we last left off, we got ourselves a golem. Yeah, the sleeping giant, Earth Golem. He can't fight, but he protects us from random battles as long as we're inside of him, and he can walk on shallow water. Now we're about to enter our next town, Court Seim. Seim, I believe, is how you pronounce it. This is Court Seim, a village of orphans and people running from the monsters. And of course, in typical fashion, we're gonna search for any treasures. Yeah, orphans, as in, like, here's one right here, running the inn. Welcome. The charge to stay at this establishment is 30 gela. Would you like to stay on this gorgeous evening? It's okay. Wow, did you see the babe that came out of that huge mansion? What a set of legs. Really? Nothing here? When I'm watching the children, I see a glimpse of hope in this wasteland. Ah yes, the whole restoring faith in humanity by seeing the kids. The children like songs about heroic knights slaying monsters. Please, make yourself at home. This place gives me the creeps. Graph. Mr. Maxwell came to this town and spent his fortune on the children. You know, it's funny I'm bringing this up now, completely random, but I just can't help it. I can't believe I never commented on the fact that, like, Rudy's hair is blue. I don't know, blue hair? What's this? The light will purify you. Please stop by any time. Jessica is beautiful and very nice. Jane is the toughest when it comes to fighting, but she's also the nicest of all. Jane? Yeah, so apparently this nun's name is Jessica. I think this is actually, yeah, Jessica. But Jane? Where have we heard that name before? Jane is our breadwinner, but we have no idea how she gets the money. We've called her our boss for years. It's unusual to call her Sister Jane. Can we? Sister Jane? Like a nun? We're proud of our boss. I want to be like her. The Secrets of Rings. Lord of the Rings? No. Rings worn on the left hand will enhance magic or magic. Different rings can be used for different purposes. For example, the rest of the passage is smudged by children's scribbling. Ah yes, see, in this town there's actually another shop. We're gonna get to that later, but right now... Oh, I thought the boss came back. Wow, look at the size of this dog. My whole body feels weird. It doesn't feel like my body. That's an odd thing to say. It doesn't feel like your body. Like, what, are you a human who turned to a dog? Yeah, sweet. Children running the shops here. Feels so weird. That's odd. I remember Cecilia having the flash on her. I guess that wears off too over time. I don't know. Did I heal it? I forget now. Ah yes, these are the ring shops. Now you equip these to your hand and they'll protect you from certain attacks. So essentially... No, sorry. They give you the attack. Essentially, if I use a regular attack, I'll have like it'll be like if I cast an earth spell. A water spell, a fire spell, wind, thunder, and light and darkness. So like if I attack, I'll have darkness augmented, I'll have light augmented, thunder, wind stuff. Now, I don't actually use these all that much, so I'm not gonna bother with them. You can if you want, but honestly, I don't think it's worth it. The children who grew up in the orphanage always help out the new kids. They don't want them to face the loneliness that they had to experience. Isn't that sweet? Or nice. Sweet, nice, same thing. Next time the boss comes back, we're going to go on a picnic. I don't know. Oh, maybe I can... You know, I think for future reference, I said before that if you play the game basically, you're probably going to end up using, like, the same spells for every battle. But you know what? With all these different magic attack and stuff, I'm going to try and, like, mix things up. It's a lot nicer to watch rather than using the same stuff over and over. I will use some stuff the same, but maybe I'll change it up to make things interesting in future battles and stuff. I cannot believe I still never, like, brought up Rudy having this hair. A long time ago, Mr. Maxwell began researching ancient technology in the town of Malama. He moved here to house orphans that he took in from the wastelands. It's a lot of work to raise that many orphans. His two daughters act like big sisters to all the orphans. Jack's already pretty fast. Let's work on making Cecilia faster. Her spell and magic casting is beneficial to us. Like, you know, Jack's our fast guy, but he's also a powerful guy. Cecilia's our mage for healing and stat stuff, and Rudy is, well, our even harder hitter. Since I have it, you. My sister and I grew up in the orphanage. Even children must stick together. Wow. Is that everything? Could be everything. I guess so. So let's go into this mansion. This is the mansion. Oh, over there. Pretend you didn't see that. I don't know why I'm spamming it. I think you have to actually be in certain places, though, to... I guess not. Oh, there's a basement. Or just stairs that might lead to a basement. What do we have here? Hardy apple. I don't know. Rudy, you've got a lot of HP. Let's give it to Jack. A book entitled Controlling a Golem. The golems are voice activated by a pre-registered voice. They can also be controlled by a musical instrument being played at a certain frequency. And this guy's... I'm studying the workings of the ARMS under Nicholi. I feel like a full disciple now. Yeah. Oh, wow. Oh, jeez. And my rocket launcher's pretty good. We might try it out, like, soon. Yeah, this might be Nicholi. I am Nicholi Maxwell. I'm the ARMS Meister in this tiny village. Long ago, I was one of 6 who studied at the old man's lab. The Zepet Roughnight laboratory led in the study of ancient technology. And you? Rudy. What? Rudy Roughnight? I think I mentioned his last name. I guess I kind of forgot that it was mentioned. Yes, Roughnight and Zepet Roughnight. What does this mean? What? Rudy Roughnight? You're the old man's grandchild? Sorry, we used to call Meister Zept the old man. Typical anime fashion, right? You mention him. Hey, old man. What up, old man? How's the old man doing? Old man. How is he? It's been close to 15 years. Oh, we're gonna get some backstory on Rudy now. Rudy starts to talk about his dream chaser days before he met Jack and Cecilia. Yeah, there he is. That's Zepet. I think we've seen his model, haven't we? Maybe not, I forget, but yeah, there's Rudy. The same getup as those years ago. Zepet Roughnight. He thought of Zepet as his father. He was an old dream chaser who had raised Rudy since infancy. Right. You know, it's pretty dangerous to camp out there. There are monsters around, but I guess you're not as young as you used to be. During their travels, Zepet taught Rudy the life of a dream chaser. But most importantly, he gave Rudy a heart to protect the ones he loved. But as you see there, yeah, as you might have guessed, he's old, so, and Rudy has been said to be all alone, so of course he pretty much figured out. One day, the inevitable happened. The old man's traveling days came to an end. Rudy was now tasting the true meaning of being alone. If you recall in the intro video, this little cliffside, that seemed familiar. Funny thing is, we never get to see this cliffside. We don't even know where it is, at all. We never get to see it for ourselves. Whatever. Rudy buried the remains of the old dream chaser on a hill that the old man was fond of. The rest is history. I'm sorry to hear that. That's quite an arm you've got there. Do you know how to use it properly? I guess the arm would not have synchronized with you if you did not know how. My daughter Jane is also capable of synchronizing with an arm, but not nearly as powerful as what you have here. Jane? Arm? Wait a minute. Yep, you might have guessed right. Clamity Jane is the same Jane they were talking about. This is her hometown, I guess. Papa, I'm home. What are you guys doing at my house? Jane, do you know these people? No, Papa. I met them just a little while ago. Huh? Why are you in such a hurry? I'll be upstairs, please. Make yourself at home. I find it kind of odd there's a little animation of her like going up the stairs herself without it fading to black. You don't get to see that all that much. It's kind of interesting. Jane is a good daughter. It's because of her that I can keep the orphanage running. Go to the southeast and cross the shallow water. There you will find the epitaph of the sea wind. It is an uncompleted tower we used to research in the research of a flight machine. The research Meister Zepet and myself left behind may be junk to some, but you might find a use for some of it. Take this key. It may look funky, but it'll get you inside. Many of Zepet's belongings from before Rudy was born are still there. A wind-up key. Like a toy one? The 6 disciples of Old Man Zepet became ARMS Meisters and spread out across the land. We were all outcasts in one way or another. I wonder how the others made out. Yeah, so all the ARMS Meisters we've been seeing in those different towns, Malama, Adelheid, actually not Adelheid, but Malama and Port Timney, not Saint Centaur. And attention to detail, Saint Centaur, he was an apprentice of an ARMS Meister, because I mean that would mean that if he was a Meister, then that would mean he's dead. Interesting little detail there, and they all had names too, which was kind of interesting. So yeah, now he's we can get more of Rudy's backstory here. Pretty nice. Yeah, now McDullen and Jane, yeah, these are their places. This is their place, I mean. Sorry. Thank you for what you have done for my mistress. We will be holding a humble banquet on your behalf. The mistress is waiting for you. I hope you have a good time. Hey, you didn't tell my pops that I'm Clamity Jane, did you? I will never forgive you if you gave him the slightest hint. Ah, so she's been going out, like, in the world herself. Apparently giving back money to, like, the orphanage. I guess it makes sense, right? It's like, Maxwell might be rich, but, I mean, come on. You only have so much money to, like, raise these kids. So, you know, it makes sense that, like, you know, you need all the money you can get. Since she's been doing it, you know, being a bounty hunter, danger and stuff. Of course, her father would probably never approve. Yeah, but you know what? I think we're going to stop the video here. When we come back, we're going to get to that Epitaph of the Sea. See you then.